there, Ariana from Crafting Happiness here. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful snowflake square, and this is a modified pattern of my snowflake hexagon that I posted earlier. If you're interested in that shape instead of a square, I will put the video link in the description below. But in today's tutorial I'll show you how to do this square. So let's get started. I'm using for this tutorial a run yarn in blue and white and a 5mm crochet hook. You can use any yarn you like with a matching hook. We will start with the blue. Make a magic ring, and then in the magic ring start with a chain of 2 and then a double crochet. And this is our first double crochet cluster. Then chain 2 and then into the magic ring make another double crochet cluster. And to make a double crochet cluster you will need 2 incomplete double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook into the magic ring, yarn over, pull through 2 loops and leave that incomplete double crochet on the hook. Then again yarn over, insert your hook into the magic ring, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. Now you have 2 incomplete double crochet, yarn over and pull through all 3. And now we have made a double crochet cluster. Then chain 2. And this is your repeat section. You will have to repeat this 7 times in total. So we made once, you need 6 more times. And now we have 8 clusters in total, including the one you made at the beginning. Slip stitch to close the round. So we will slip stitch in that cluster and then pull the magic ring tail to close the hole shut. And this is your first round. On round 2 we will start with a slip stitch into the next chain 2 space, so we can bring the yarn in that gap, and then start with a chain 2 and a double crochet. This is counts as a double crochet cluster. Then chain 2 and into the same chain space make another double crochet cluster. 2 incomplete double crochet and then join them together. Then chain 2. Now we will work into the next chain 2 space and make a double crochet cluster, chain 2, into the same chain space another double crochet cluster, and chain 2. And this is your repeat section right here. Double crochet cluster, chain 2, double crochet cluster, chain 2 into the same chain 2 space. And we will do that in every single chain 2 space, which is 6 more. You'll have to have 8 of these pairs in the round. And when you have crocheted in every single chain 2 space, you will have these 8 pairs in each one of them. And to close the round, slip stitch into the first double crochet cluster you have made. And this is your second round. Now we continue with round 3, and we start by slip stitching into the next chain 2 space to bring the yarn there. And we will make a chain 2 and then into the same chain 2 space a double crochet. This counts as a double crochet cluster. Then chain 3 and again into the same chain space we make another double crochet cluster. Then chain 2 and into the next chain 2 space make a single crochet and chain 2. And now into the next chain 2 space, so double crochet cluster, then chain 3, and into the same space a double crochet cluster, and then chain 2, and into the next chain 2 space, single crochet, then chain 2. And this is your repeat section right here. Double crochet cluster, chain 3, double crochet cluster into the next chain 2 space, then chain 2, single crochet, chain 2 into the next chain 2 space, and repeat this all around 7 times. And once you have a single crochet into the last chain 2 space in a round, to close the round, slip stitch in that first double crochet cluster you have made. And this is the 3rd round. To start round 4, slip stitch into the next chain 3 space to bring the yarn there, and then chain 2 and double crochet. This is our first double crochet cluster, then chain 1, in the same chain 3 space make another double crochet cluster, and then we will make a picot stitch. And to make a picot stitch, chain 3 and then slip stitch in the base stitch, so not into the chain 3 but into the base stitch right here. You'll have to insert your hook through the 3 loops you have there right here, and then slip stitch. And this is your picot stitch right here. And then to continue, chain 1 and into the same chain 3 space make another double crochet cluster, then chain 2, and we will single crochet into the next chain 2 space, and again single crochet into the next chain 2 space, then chain 2. And now we continue into the next chain 3 space and make a double crochet cluster, chain 1, then another double crochet cluster, followed by a picot stitch, chain 3, slip stitch through the base stitch, then chain 1, and finally another double crochet cluster, then chain 2, single crochet into the next chain 2 space, again single crochet into the next chain 2 space, and chain 2. And this is your repeat section right here. Into the next chain 3 space make a double crochet cluster, chain 1, double crochet cluster, picot stitch, chain 1, double crochet cluster, chain 2, and then into the next 2 chain 2 spaces you single crochet, so 1 single crochet here, 1 single crochet here, followed by chain 2. And that is your repeat section, and you'll have to do that 7 times in total, including this. So you will have 8 picot stitches all around your snowflake. And when you have a single crocheted into the last chain 2 space and you've reached the end of the round, slip stitch at the top of the first double crochet cluster to close the round. And this is how round 4 looks like. and this is where we also we will change colors to white. I've already cut the yarn, and now we will join with white by pulling a loop through, then pull the blue loop to close it and chain one, and this is how we join colors. Now we start round 5 with 2 single crochet into the next chain 1 space, so in between these two clusters make 2 single crochet. Make sure you pull the tails so you toughen it. Now we will crochet into the next chain 1 space, but we want this picot up front, so push it in front and then make 2 single crochet into the next chain 1 space, like so. Next, make a double crochet into the next chain 2 space, and we will be making 2 long double crochet that are anchored into round 2. So to make a long double crochet, we make it just like a regular double crochet, except we insert the hook a couple of rounds below. So yarn over, insert your hook into the chain space between these two clusters on round 2, pull up a loop, a long loose loop like this, yarn over through 2, and then yarn over through 2, and this is how a long double crochet looks like. Now we make another one into the same space, and a double crochet into next chain 2 space. Into the next chain 1 space, make 2 double crochet, then chain 1, and into the next chain 1 space make 2 double crochet. Like so. Then another double crochet into the chain 2 space, and again we are in the dips of the snowflake. We will make 2 long double crochet stitches. So yarn over, insert your hook into the round 2 in that chain 2 space, pull up a loop, a long loose loop like so, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, another one. Try not to make them too tight. Then a double crochet into the next chain 2 space, and this is your repeat section right here. This section will need to be repeated 4 times in total, so 3 more times. When you reach the end of the round, then a slip stitch into the first single crochet you have made to close the round, and this is how round 5 looks like. We start round 6 into the same stitch where we have slip stitch, so chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch, and then single crochet into that same stitch you have slip stitch, then single crochet into the next 3 stitches, so it's gonna be into the 4 single crochet below. Next we are going to double crochet into the next 6 stitches, just a double crochet in each. That's it. And the 6th one. And now we have reached the chain 1, and this is going to be our corner. And in this chain 1 space we are going to make 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and that will form the corner of our square. So chain 2 and then 2 more double crochet, and now again we will make 6 double crochet, and we start from here, from this first double crochet. So when you create the corner, sometimes it covers the stitch. Make sure you pull out and uncover this stitch, and starting from the stitch you make 6 double crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So right until we have the 4 single crochet. This is your repeat section. Repeat it 4 times around the snowflake until you reach the end of the round. Now all you have to do is slip stitch into the first single crochet you have made to close the round, and this is our 6th round completed. On round 7 we start with a chain of 3 that counts as a double crochet, and this is an easy round with just double crochet stitches to square off the corners and straighten the edges. So just double crochet in every single stitch until you reach the chain 2 space. Like this, and once you reach the corner, the chain 2 space, make 2 double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, 2 double crochet into the same space. So 2 double crochet, chain 2, and then 2 double crochet into the same space. And now just repeat on each side, double crochet in each stitch, and once you reach the chain 2 space, make 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet in that space, and repeat that all around until you reach the end. At the end of the round, just slip stitch on the top chain 3 you have made at the beginning, then cut your yarn and fasten off. And this is the completed snowflake square. And it just looks like that, and from the back. And this is it. This is how you crochet the snowflake square. If you have any questions about this pattern, feel free to ask me in the comments below, and I'm more than happy to help you. Also, you will find in the description below the written pattern with photo tutorial for this square. Happy crocheting!